I'm disappointed that I feel compelled to stand before you today and ask that this body decline the nominations of several of Governor Whitmer's appointments. Our founders created a system of checks and balances that very purposefully requires the governor and the legislature, regardless of party, to work together to tackle the problems facing our state. But throughout this governor's time in office, our governor has done everything possible to avoid working with the elected members in this chamber, as our founders intended. Instead, she's turned to unelected bureaucrats, whether it's the state administrative board or the health director, to implement these policies. Even after the highest court in our state made it very clear to Governor Whitmer should not circumvent this legislature, she has continued to do so. Mr. President, this shouldn't be a partisan issue. Every time the governor circumvents this chamber, the people's house, the people's legislature, she circumvents the voice of our constituents. I understand it's not easy to compromise. I'm sure it's much easier to direct your employees, your direct reports, to implement your desires than to try to work with 148 members in this legislature. Elected officials that each represent in this body about 260,000 people. If the governor will not even listen to the courts, we must use every tool granted to us, to the Senate, to encourage her to put the tough work necessary to compromise with the people's representatives. One of those tools is disapproving of her appointments, which is what I ask that we do today. Thank you, Mr. President.